This is the lovely Brenda, and this is her new book. So Brenda, tell me a bit about what this book is about, who it's for.
Thank you for having me, first of all, Sammi. I wrote this little book, and it's a simple guide to creating your best self. And why I put this to paper was because I guess I believe in everyone, that everyone has potential to be their best. And I came to a stage in my life where I just lost belief in myself. And I listened to all the negative beliefs and all those stories in my head. We all have them, and we all have the critical voice, but sometimes when you listen to that voice and you let it rule you, it brings you into depressive episodes or dark places. And yeah, I was in the darkness for quite a long time. And
how long do you think that you were sort of in dark, kind of struggling for?
Well, I was diagnosed with depression 19 years ago, actually. After my son was born, I had postnatal depression. And I struggled with that for many years. And the natural port of call was antidepressants. And I was on lots of antidepressants for years. And after a couple of years of being on them, I didn't feel better. And I didn't get better. And I became a shadow of myself. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to socialise. I had fear of people. I had fear of everything. And I just hated who I was. And I remember thinking, I remember manifesting and go, I just want to be happy. There has to be. How do you get this happy thing?
Yeah.
I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't want things. I just want this heart to be happy. And I remember going on, searching into Google, how do you be happy?
Yeah.
And anyway, I started to read books and listen to audios and podcasts and all this. And I started to read and inspirational books and all of this, and the word meditation kept coming up. That's because this was 19 years ago, and I thought, oh no, it's only hippies and people who, whatever. Anyway, I started to try it, and it started to work. And what the meditation did to me at that time of my life is it slowed down that. My mind was too quick. Everything was too crazy. Everything was too busy and chaotic. But it wasn't nice crazy or nice busy. It was detrimental. It was critical. It was destructive. It was dark. So when I started to breathe and meditate, I could feel this... Oh, my heart kind of just let go, and everything let go, and this just started to pause, and I would get maybe 1 or 2 minutes in every day where I could breathe. And then I realized the more brain breaks I got and the more breath breaks I got, the pressure went off. And then I learned about brain training and mindset reprogramming. And I remember being in my 40s and not knowing you could retrain your brain. I didn't know that.
I'm only just discovering it now, and starting with the affirmations.
And I went, oh my goodness, why has no one taught me? I can train my brain. Oh wow. So I started to research and study. And long story short, over a course of a couple of years, I trained in mindfulness. Then I became a children's mindfulness practitioner and a CBT therapist. And that is all how to train the brain. But the beauty of what I learned the most was in the children's mindfulness. And that was all of the information that goes in gets stored in the memory. All of the memories are attached to your feelings and emotions, and that creates that response and that behaviour or how you see and feel and know the world. But that's not necessarily how you need to feel in the moment. That's, fears and worries and traumas and anger and irritability and frustrations are all memories that can be deleted. And it's knowing how to reframe the thought and change the thought. And when you change the thought, you change the feeling. So all of this, I went, oh my goodness, I need to teach kids this. Kids need to know this information. So actually, I wrote my first kids book, and it's an audio book. and it's on Amazon as well, actually, Mindfulness for Kids. So this is a basic guide on how to understand anger, sadness, grief, joy, happiness, and how to cope with your emotions as a child.
I think that sounds like a really good tool to have.
Unbelievable.
I'm actually going to pass that to my sister.
Yeah, and the thing is, and when the child, you've the child brain, the teen brain, and the adult brain, but if you get information into the child's brain, especially before the age of 12, they have the coping tools for life. So we can prevent anxiety and depressive episodes, and we can ease the pain of what could be bigger in teen and adulthood.
Yeah.
So I went on this conquest of teaching kids, and I did it for many years, and actually my favourite job is coaching kids one-to-one and giving them those tools, which is beautiful. But now I'm with teenagers and young adults, 17 to 24-year-olds. And not that this book is geared towards that age, because it's geared for anybody, but it's the simple tools on how to deal with you.
Yeah.
Who am I? What am I thinking? How am I feeling? What is my reactions, and what do I want? And we all know about the law of manifestation, and we all think, but the true gift of you is knowing yourself.
Yeah.
And deleting the old programs and learning to cope and manage with the negatives we all have to have depressive episodes. We have to have anger. We have to have fear, but not being afraid of those.
Yeah.
And not feeding the dark parts. Knowing what I am angry, what is the anger, and dissolving it quicker.
Yeah.
Dealing with your emotions in a more practical, sensible way and letting them go quicker. But the science of the mind and the body is when you learn, whatever you're tuning in here is what you're tuning in here. So when you're in alignment with the self, I try to coach my clients to live in 80-20, 80% fabulousness, 80% good energy, positive energy, 80% good decisions, good thoughts, and 20% normal.
Yeah.
Bad days,
whatever
humanness,
is, right?
whatever it is, but 20% messing up, doing things wrong. But the beauty of mindfulness living is forgiving yourself really quickly, not holding on to guilt, shame, anger, self-hatred, self-loathing. Learning just to, they're only thoughts.
Yeah.
They're not real things, letting them go. And the quicker you learn to deal with your emotional self and come into that feeling of the power is in you. The only power you have is within you. And the beauty of life is the only power you have is in today. So all I do is I get up every day.
Yeah.
And I simply say, today is the best I can be. Please let me be my best. But I create an awareness space within my mind and my body. So I go, no matter what happens, please let me see it differently, feel it differently, so that I'm always mind managing myself, ready to deal with life, whatever life presents at me. And some days I'm great and I flow through, and other days things come up and I've got to sit back and deal with it, or feel it, or create space to let it go. So this is all my little tools in one book, and there's exercises at the end of every chapter, how to move forward. We need to let go of the old program, so how to delete the old program, how to recognize what's not good for you.
Yeah.
And then at the end I have a little free meditations. So you literally, scan there.
Scan it.
One to let go of the old, one to just to get peace and to get clarity and get that feeling, and then how to love yourself. And loving yourself, I used to think was looking in the mirror and being a model, and no, it's loving not. It's this is me, this is who I am. I am feeling self-respect. We all want, new nails or different lips or a different, we're human. But loving myself as I am today, because we're all a work in progress. We all want to change. So being happy with who you are today, and then opening the space to create that life you want, because it's all about you. And I make it exciting. I make life exciting, and then that gives me the energy of excitement. So every day I get up, I have that energy to want to live.
Yeah.
despite what goes wrong.
Yeah.
And this is learning to deal with your emotions and yourself, and as you said to me earlier, and finding your tribe, finding the right people to be around.
Yeah.
And remember, what energy you project, you attract. So when you're projecting happiness and love and wholeness and acceptance, you'll attract those kind of friends and people in your life. But that's my short introduction to the book. I hope you enjoy it, Sammi.
I know I'm going to enjoy it. I've been looking forward to this for a while. When you actually told me you was writing a book, you've just been amazing throughout the whole time that I've known you here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brenda.
You're welcome. Enjoy
I can't wait. So much useful information in here. Thinking about manifestations and what we want to create and kind of moving to a next step.
And people think manifestation is wishing to receive something. But no. Manifestation is, you can have the life you want, but manifestation is about, when I am feeling good about myself, I will attract what's right for me in the moment. So when you feel content within yourself, you open up opportunities. So the right things will come. And, I often say to people, there's your wants and your needs. We all want a bigger house and more money, but is that what you need? Maybe you need self-care. Maybe you need self-love. Maybe you need to be kinder to yourself. And when you give yourself that self-respect, the heart feels the love and the heart grows, and then you attract more of that.